Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Go Spike Yourself podcast. Thank you for all the support that you've given us so far. It really means a lot. I just can't express enough how thankful we are of that. And my name is Hayden, and I'm a hurler for Penn West Edinburgh.
I'm Connor Munson. I'm a decathlete, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram. Go Spike Yourself. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So, today, I'm going off the last podcast. I made grilled cheese for myself today. All right?
Okay, yeah.
I used butter on one.
Good.
And mayo on the other. This might be just because that I wasn't as hungry for the second one, but the butter one was better.
The butter one was better.
It was better.
Butter is better.
It was better this time. But the butter in your coffee was foul.
Did you try it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Disgusting.
Like, if you kept it stirring, it tasted okay, but the butter in the coffee, not the move because it settles to the top.
Yes.
That was, oh my gosh.
Gross.
I don't know why.
I couldn't do that one. I started gagging.
Note to self, don't listen to Instagram when it tells you to do something. It's wrong.
Gross.
But yeah. So, speaking of the last podcast, well, first of all, if you haven't watched that, go watch it now. The squeegee thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? For context, those of you who haven't seen the last episode, I asked which side of the towel do you use, and he's like, well, I just wipe off my arms before and squeegee myself. And my point was that that's what the towel is for.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Okay.
I tried squeegeeing myself off first. I'm doing that just to flex for the camera. Anyway. Absolutely nothing happened. There's zero benefit. There's not a net gain. It was just extra effort for nothing to happen.
Extra effort? It takes 2 seconds.
Wait, but like, okay. But as opposed to just putting your towel on.
I mean, yeah, but then I do it so I don't drip everywhere when I get out of the shower.
Do you not have a bath mat?
I do, but I also don't want to drip everywhere. The bath mats get nasty.
That's what then wash that once a week
I
too.
do. I do it with my hair too. I just go like this real fast.
Okay, that one I understand. I've got a mop on my head, so that one I get. But luckily, we're probably getting haircuts today.
We're
right?
going to get haircuts.
Let's go. Because this is getting a little too wild.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying the flying falcon feathers off the back of my head.
When my hair starts sticking straight up when I wake up in the morning, that's when I'm like, we're done.
Yeah. Well, how about this? I have to wear a hat. You see this? This is garbage. Welcome to Chili's.
Dude, you look like the one penguin from
You just called me a penguin.
Surf's Up.
From Surf's Up. The one voiced by Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm putting a picture of him up so that who doesn't know what I'm talking about, you'll see it.
Here, speaking of cartoon characters, when I have my hair straight up, you said when in the morning your hair sticks straight up, right? Yeah. When my girlfriend, I'll snap her a picture in the morning and my hair's like this, she calls me the kid from Meet the Robinsons. Put that picture up too.
What's his name?
Oh, well, his last name's Robinson.
Well, yeah.
So, that's his adopted name.
Yeah.
But
what's his? I don't know what his name
whatever.
is. But
anyway, on to track stuff. What do you think the appropriate workout attire is if you're on a team? Do you think it matters what color you wear? Because, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's long story short, yes. I think we should, as a team, we should be better at wearing Edinburgh gear and color-wise. You probably shouldn't be wearing a green shirt to
green
practice.
At a red and white school is kind of crazy.
You kind of want, it just looks nice.
It does.
Pictures, videos, coach wants to post stuff. If we're all wearing same stuff, it does, I'm never going to say, you have to wear an Edinburgh shirt every single day.
Sure.
Because I wear...
Of course.
Shirt.
I'm wearing. I wore this to practice.
Exactly.
Today. But this is
that kind of flows.
It's a neutral color.
Yes.
Neutral color.
Yes.
But let's say, right, somebody doesn't have Edinburgh gear, right? Darn, what's my question? Do you think that the team as a whole, not the people, but the administration, do you think more of the budget should be given towards team gear, or do you think it can be put to better use?
I think it can be better use.
Okay, so
number
what?
One, we don't have a men's indoor team, and I would love to have that, which I know it's...
Yeah, Mrs. Athletic Director, would you mind giving me an indoor team, please? That would be great.
Well, with coaches recruiting as much as he is, I think that's definitely in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But I also know we need to get another women's team at
True.
Edinburgh.
Women's bowling. Done.
Any women's team.
Yeah.
We can do that, and then...
That's a cheap sport right there. Women's bowling. Done.
Well, cheerleading. Cheerleading's not a sport right now. It's a club.
That's dumb.
So we could, yes. I don't know the logistics of it, but if we can turn that into a sport, then we have our indoor season.
Hey, that would be great.
You know
that would be great. Yeah.
So...
Well, speaking of recruiting, Coach is doing a crazy job
It's
of recruiting.
insane.
It's not even Thanksgiving, and we've got 6 commits for the men's team.
Yeah.
And 4 commits for the girls' team.
I mean,
he wants to get... what he told me a couple months ago is he wants to get 30 people for next year.
That would be...
That's crazy.
Record-breaking in Edinburgh. I've been around Edinburgh, my entire life, but I've never heard of us recruiting that many people, ever. I had a squad of 4 dudes on the sprint team my freshman year here. So that was insane.
A whole 4 people?
Whole 4 people.
Wow.
We're
only running 5 people, right?
Yeah.
Not including the throwers.
Yeah.
But I think we got 5.
Just because of...
Yeah, it's
logistics,
just NCAA is stupid, but...
Yeah, it bothers me that they can't compete, and I know it bothers them too. So,
yeah.
Because that's our 4x1.
That is. Oh my gosh. Bro, I don't want to... Okay, I really don't want to run the 4x1.
You might have to.
But I know that Coach is going to make me run the 4x1.
The 4x4 too.
All right.
That might be a rough
You
one.
think Coach is going to put me in the decathlon, the open pole vault, maybe the open high jump, and a relay?
Yeah. No.
Because he said he might, depending on how well I do, I might do the open high jump. But if I don't do the open high jump, 2 relays?
Maybe at the beginning of the season, but there's no way that makes you do that at conference. There's absolutely no way. I would rather not run a 4x1 and a 4x4 at conference and focus on our individual stuff.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Because I feel like even with that, you're gonna be dead, and a 4x1 is not going to.
It's gonna lead to a pulled hamstring. Is what it's gonna do.
Injury. Are we gonna score points off of it? That's something we got to look at too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
But we also have to compete in it early in the season so that we have something to compare it to.
Right.
If we might be able to score points. I don't think, depending on how recruiting goes this year, I actually think we might have a shot of winning conference next year. This year we probably have no chance. No. But
we just don't have the guys for it.
Yeah, we just don't have the numbers.
We don't have the numbers. And it's going to be a numbers game when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple schools in our conference that have a lot of people on the team.
Well, like who?
Shippensburg. Slippery Rock. Those are the 2 that come to mind for sure.
My first multi was at Slippery Rock. I don't know if I told you that.
I couldn't believe you competed at Slippery Rock because that's where my high school district meet was. And then Shippensburg was our state meet. So
the meet I'm talking about was in 2016. So
dang.
No, 2015. Yeah.
Can you believe that's going to be 10 years?
Oh my gosh. 2015 is almost 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
That's insane to me, dog. That's wild.
I feel old.
You should. No, you're almost old enough to drink. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You look way older, though.
Week and a half, baby.
Yeah. A week and a half. So basically...
Don't abuse alcohol. You're an athlete.
Yeah.
Don't do dumb stuff.
Basically, by the time that episode 4 is out, he'll be 21.
I will be 21.
Yeah.
I will celebrate my birthday. Maybe we'll have some fun birthday stories.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
You should, your one singular drink for your birthday?
Literally one.
That's going to be a wild story, man. One drink.
So one thing, I want to reach out to the fans for this.
We have fans?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We've got a couple, like 3 or 4 hardcore fans
for sure.
watching it every single week.
And that's amazing to me because I honestly never thought that would even happen.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You don't know who he is, but
no, you showed me him.
Yeah.
You showed me him.
Yeah.
But
I actually. So I keep interrupting you. My bad.
no, you're fine. Give him.
Yeah. So I actually over winter when we aren't. We should strategize that, but when we aren't like in the same state, I actually, because he's from New Jersey, I might have him on podcast.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he's super fast. Like seriously, he ran 49 as a sophomore in the 400. He ran 158 as a sophomore in the 800. Man is a machine.
That is cooking.
Machine.
What degree is he? Is he still in high school?
Yeah, he's a junior in high school now. He's a junior. Sorry, yeah, not sophomore in college. Sophomore in high school. Crazy.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But we got him over the summer. We got him training right. He's cooking in school too. He's got his grades up. It's amazing.
That's almost more important.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you gotta. If you want to do track in college, this is to everybody.
Yeah.
If you want to do track in college, you have to graduate high school. Please focus on your grades. Your events will come as you grow and develop. But you need to focus on your brain too. Please. Now continue. Anyway.
Yeah.
So to our fans, yes.
To the fans, I want to reach this question out, and all of you that run track or just listen to it, I want to know how track has changed your life for the better. Like, I don't know if you were, like, for me, I was kind of a problem child growing up. So I finally got into sports, and I played baseball, which I hated, and then I turned around and ran track, and it kind of kept me with a group of people that I wanted to surround myself with, a bunch of driven athletes, and kind of took me away from the bad stuff. So I want to reach that out, and how has track changed your life for the better? And I also want to ask that to you.
Awesome.
How is track?
Well, drop your stories in the comments,
yes.
And we will we'll read them out on the next episode. Or if you don't want us to, we won't. But how has track changed my life? Well, it's no secret that when I was a sophomore in high school, I lost all of my friends. So it wasn't the wrong group of people, but it wasn't like a bad crowd, but for me it wasn't the right fit.
Yeah. Because
I thought that we could be cordial with each other despite disagreeing, and there was one debate that me and my friends got into that I thought it was respectful. I thought it was completely okay. We're gonna disagree, that's fine. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah. Still
be friends.
Right.
I'm completely capable of doing that. If you disagree with me, you can tell me, and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you my opinion.
Right, absolutely.
So, with that being said, I was under the impression that we were going to keep being friends. Then all of a sudden, overnight, I lose all of them.
That's insane.
There was one that strung me along a little. Then as soon as he let me go, then it went downhill from there, right? But with every bad comes good.
Right.
I went head first into track and field, and I committed. Even in high school, I was having 4 5-hour practice days. Then there was stretching and recovery on top of that, and it was I went full in, all in. And I had been taking track seriously up until that point, but I wasn't putting in enough effort as I should have.
Right.
But because I started putting in all that effort, I popped off. I got really, really good, really, really fast. So you have a pretty good understanding of the decathlon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In a year and a half, I increased my decathlon score by 1,000 points.
1,000?
1,000 points.
That is insane.
Yeah. I'm looking for that this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh my gosh, 1,000 points.
Yeah, so it was quite an adventure. I went to NSAF Nationals that was then sponsored by Nike after New Balance pulled their sponsorship after COVID. So I got to compete at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon, and yeah, it's been quite an adventure. And now I'm here after this is my second college, and I trained, by myself for a year. So honestly, I wouldn't change anything if I could, because it's made me the athlete who I am today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I hadn't lost all my friends, I don't think I would be where I am right now. And right now, I'm actually probably the happiest I've been in a really long time. And I'm actually confident in my training, and school's going surprisingly well. I think the only trouble I'm having is in criminal justice, because my professor doesn't teach. But it's all good, yeah. But I'm gonna extend the same question to you. How has track improved your life? Because for me, it pulled me out of a dark pit.
Yeah.
But
so I definitely in middle school. So I moved. I used to live. I went to. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
I went to a Catholic school.
Brain is braining.
Yeah. I went to a Catholic school in elementary school. So up to 5th grade, I did Catholic school, and then I instantly went to public school.
That's actually exactly what happened to me too. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy.
And then in 6th grade, there was 3 elementary schools in the public school that I went to. Yep. They all go to the same middle school. Mm. So everybody's getting mixed in, and everybody's figuring out their crowd.
Right. Yeah.
And because I went to a Catholic school, they didn't really have the best records on me, report card wise.
Sure.
So I went in just basic classes. I didn't take any advanced classes. No, nothing like that. So I was kind of in with the crowd of kind of the bad kids, you could say.
The not bright kids, we could say.
Yeah. The not bright kids. Yeah.
Football players. Sorry, that was so weird.
Actually, they weren't football players.
My bad, my throat. I had a... Anyway.
But I'd gotten in my first fight that year.
Oh, wow.
It was a bad time.
In 6th grade?
In 6th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. I was just not a good kid. My grades started slipping. My parents were like, what is going on? They were just like, it's probably because we moved. You're trying to figure yourself out. Trying to figure yourself out. And then 6th grade track and field day came along, and I was running, and the coach saw me run for the middle school team and was like, hey, why aren't you on my team? I was like, I just moved here. I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't even know there was a team. So he came out, I ran a couple practices, and then the story goes, hey, you should hurdle, because I like coaching hurdles.
Yep.
So I started hurdling, and then from there I just continued. And then the friend group that I found because of track, they were all throwers. I didn't have a single close friend sprinter.
Interesting.
They were all throwers, but they were kind of the people that would go to high school track just to kind of do it in his social hour, I guess. Yeah. So they were always super impressed with how well I was doing, because I put so much time and effort into doing it, and they were always kind of envious that I was doing so well, and they...
Make them jealous, man. Make them jealous.
It was just social hour for them, but
yeah.
I love you guys, but you had to have put more effort in if you wanted it, and I know most of you guys didn't. It's fine. I did.
But that's why you're doing it on the college level.
Yes, that's why I'm here.
What is it? 7% of high school athletes will do their sport in college?
I don't know the exact percentage.
It's something like that. Maybe
right.
Maybe it's 7% of Boy Scouts will make Eagle. I don't know.
I was a Boy Scout.
You were a Boy Scout?
Yeah. I mean.
There were actually a lot of Boy Scouts on the team.
Yeah.
I think there are 4, including us.
Yeah. I didn't make it to Eagle Scout, but.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. But yeah, no, track definitely changed my life path for sure. I don't know about you, but as a young kid, you're like, I'm never gonna make it to a college sport.
Yeah,
Because you just know, it's like making it to the NFL kind of thing. That's how I pictured it as, and then I ended up doing well, and I made it. So,
Heck yeah.
And now I'm here. So.
Yeah, I remember being so upset when I when I lost out to one of my main rivals. He doesn't know that we're rivals, but we're rivals.
Yeah.
In my senior year, I came in second at nationals for the decathlon, and I remember being so upset. But then there was this like TikTok trend where it's like, oh, I didn't do well in this high level event, and then a picture of them as a child, like, oh, we went there. So I was something that like really helped me get over the frustration of not doing well was the fact that like 5-year-old me, because I've been doing track since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
5-year-old me wouldn't have even comprehended the fact that I was like one of the best high school athletes in the country.
Right.
And now I'm praying to God that I become one of the best college athletes in the country. We're very close. Give me a couple months. We're very close. I'll get there.
We're gonna prove it pretty soon.
Yeah.
That we're gonna be.
Yeah. And you're right there too, man. You've got the whole team has gotten so much faster.
It's insane how the dynamic from when we first started this team to now, it's starting to be a family. Like,
yes, we are.
I think so, at least.
Yeah, and that's a major props to you, because you definitely like. Before Coach named you captain. Oh, by the way, he's captain of the track team, by the way.
I don't like labels.
I don't like labels. Ginger, I'm going to label you. No, but before Coach even named you captain, we all knew you were captain.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't... He said, oh, and new captain's going to be Hayden. We already know.
Yeah.
We already treat him like that. But yeah, that you're probably the reason that the team dynamic is the way that it is. I think I like to help. I like to think that I helped.
I think everybody had played their own part, because like the freshmen coming in, like, they're the top dog at your high school, and it's just, you got to learn, like, it's not like, I don't even see myself above them. Like,
no,
we are equals on this team. I don't care if you're a freshman, if you're a senior, if you're a fifth year, if you're a sixth year. We're equals. And
absolutely.
We're all trying to get to the same goal. So if you're preying on somebody else's downfall on your team...
on the team.
Stop! You are there to help each other.
Yeah. Feed
off of their success and make it your own. That's why you have training partners in college and in high school. Do the same thing. It starts... Like, coaches don't recruit... Like, they look at your numbers on the track. Don't get me wrong. But they also look at how you carry yourself before the race, after the race, and in the classroom. These are huge points that you need to make sure that you have. Just make sure you're a good person.
Just well-rounded,
yes.
A good individual. But like, they also look at like if you can compete with the people around you.
Yes.
So like do you like handle success well? Like, if they see videos of you, like, bragging, they're not going to want you.
Yeah.
If they see you, like, cursing out whatever, if you don't do well. I had this one instance my first year of college where I didn't do so well in the 400, and I was, like, drinking a cup of water. I look at the screen, and my time was, like, 53. Like, but I'm in college, dude. I can't be running 53. I threw the water. And it wasn't even my coach. My coach didn't see it, but the athletic trainer came up to me and was like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
That's not a good look for you or the team as a whole. But honestly, going back to what you were saying is how we've come like a long way. You can tell that the people who are putting in a lot of effort have gotten so much better.
Yes.
Conversely, the people who haven't aren't.
Yeah, and it shows. Trust me. Like,
yes.
It's a different story when you're injured. You got a tweak going on, but like, no matter how bad you feel that day, you still need to give 100%. You can have bad practices, but there's no such thing as a bad week.
Yeah.
Like, you can't let that one day dictate your entire week of practice.
Absolutely.
Like, I've had bad hurdle days. And then the next 2 days later, I had the best hurdle day of my life. Yeah. So there's no such thing as a bad week.
Makes sense. On a less serious note, because we were kind of like... I don't know what I'm saying.
We like to jump around from serious and not serious.
Yes, we do.
I get heated about certain subjects.
Yeah, but no, but it was good. We needed to talk about that because that is hopefully somebody watching needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And somebody does need to hear that.
And even if you guys need somebody to reach out to, somebody to give you some confidence, reach out to us.
Yeah.
I have no problem having a conversation with anybody.
DM us on Instagram. We're here for you. Whoever you are. Like, it doesn't even have to be just on our team.
Yeah.
But I have a silly little question for you, right?
Okay.
Because there are certain things that are contested on the high school and college level that aren't at the Olympics.
Okay.
And heck, I'm pretty sure these are contested at the professional level, but they're not in the Olympics. Would you rather see the 4x2 or the 4x8 in the Olympics?
Oh, okay. I think I remember mentioning this at practice.
We've talked about it, I think.
4x2, all the way.
Why?
Just because I don't want to run a 4x8, and a 4x2 is an interesting race because of the different start points that you have to go through, and it's because you also there's a cut in that race, right?
Yeah.
You have to cut in
after the first lap.
Yeah. So that's a like you don't see that in the 4x1, where 4x2,
right?
It's a little different of an aspect. And I ran the 4x2 in high school on an indoor track.
What leg did you run?
Last. Yeah, I was always the fourth leg.
Heck yeah. Or heaven yeah.
Yeah. I have a funny story about the 4x2 actually.
Okay.
We were running our 4x2. The third leg, which handed off to me, there's a bell that was there from the distance race beforehand. He hit the bell as he's handing off to me. Literally, like, crushes the bell. I have a picture of him, like, hitting the bell.
Wait, like the bell to ring on the last lap?
On the last lap.
How did he run?
I don't know how
Was it on the track?
No. He ran into the bell, handing off to me. Like, he handed off to me, we got the handoff, runs straight into the bell.
Okay. He's like, one more lap to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I hear is, and then everybody else stopped.
But it was during indoor, right?
Yes. It was indoor.
You were the last leg.
Yes.
So I mean, it was the correct time to ring the bell.
It really was.
At least the bell got rung.
Yeah.
Like his bell got rung. I mean,
for sure. I mean, he was in some serious pain. He hit that hard. But yeah.
I think that I would want to see the 4x8.
Really?
I do. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it might. Okay. I might have done my research wrong. Who knows if the 4x8 is actually in the Olympics?
True.
But if it's not, I think we should run the 4x8 because, like.
Is there a 4x8 in college?
I think so.
I don't
Somebody
remember.
fact check me.
I mean, I know there's like the DMR.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's a thing, but like.
That's not in the Olympics either. The sprint
it's not.
The sprint medley and the DMR are not in the. Yeah. Both medleys
But
are
we
in the
have
Olympics.
a co-ed relay.
We have we have mixed relays.
Yeah. So
that's
interesting.
I think the sprint medley would be super interesting in the Olympics.
That would be
if you got to choose the order in which you ran the distances. That would be weird.
That would throw a huge mix into it.
Because there's a set order. It's like 1, 2, 2, 4 or something.
Right.
Or something like that. Or maybe that's a Swedish relay. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you could like pick and choose which order to run in, like that would be a wild event to watch. I can't English, man. That'd be a wild event to watch.
Yeah.
Would be a wild event to watch. It's been a long day.
It's not even over.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
That would be insane. Because if you say going into that, you have to set your lineup. So like you run first, I run second, other people run third.
Yes.
But then they told you the order of events. So like you had to run the 400, I had to run the 100, somebody else had to run the 200.
That would be interesting.
That would be an insane relay. Because then everybody would have to be trained up.
You would have to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
That's putting a whole other level on what I just said.
That's what my mind went to as soon as you said
That's
that.
not even, but like, imagine like, there's a handoff, but one person's running a 1, but the other person's running a 2.
Ooh. That would be tough, actually. That handoff.
It would be weird for the handoffs, but I think it'd be interesting.
It would definitely be.
We should do it. We should do it.
We're gonna new track event.
Yeah. The mixed sprint medley, or whatever. I don't
know. I don't even know what you'd call it. We're gonna come up with a name for that.
The interchangeable sprint medley.
Is there a secret that you have that you've kind of kept to yourself? I mean, I guess you don't have to say it, but like, is there something that you do every race before every race, every meet before every race kind of thing, or like something that you do every time you're going to compete, no matter what?
Yes.
Pray.
No, well, there's Tren. It's Tren. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do. But no, praying's a big thing. So you are correct. I pray before every event. But honestly, there are little. I wouldn't say like the day before. Like I would do something specific. I know that people have to wear a certain like outfit the day before. That's for good luck.
Okay.
Or they have to wear a certain pair of socks. Or hold on. I'm not going to knock on that one because I do wear a specific pair of socks when I'm competing. But I don't know, it's different for every event. Like every time I long jump, everybody has their little wind up, right?
Yeah.
So I hate the people that rock back like 5 times. Exactly, they waste time just to jump like 18 feet.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do that, you best be jumping 24 feet. Like it has to be over 7 meters, please. Like, but I don't know. I kind of Mr. Miyagi my legs. You know, you ever watch the Karate Kids? The Karate Kid movies?
I mean, yeah.
Right. So you know how he goes. All right. So I do a little. Here, I do this, right? So I clap my hands, I rub them together, and then touch my legs. And then I just go into it. So I know it's a little weird. I do that for high jump too. But hey, listen, if I have Mr. Miyagi powers, it might be working because I keep PRing.
You ever caught a fly with chopsticks?
A fly with chopsticks? Not yet, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try that soon. Other than that, I'm not sure. I try to eat consistently, like with what I've been eating during training. One thing I do after another yawn. Another yawn.
Sorry.
I keto the yawn away.
Always on the Wednesdays. I'm always so tired.
I will never catch a yawn from this man ever. Listen, okay.
Go with this.
I'm done. Thank you so much for
That's twice.
No. I'm gonna cry. Listen, okay. One thing that I do is I get for after the meet as like a reward for doing so well.
Yeah.
Well, I do it anyway, whether I do well or not. But I have like specific food that I eat after a meet.
Yeah.
So there's this pack of like organic gummies from like Trader Joe's, and they're like the Trader Joe's version of Swedish Fish.
Okay.
So they're called Scandinavian Swimmers.
That sounds terrible.
No, but they actually they slap. Like they're really really good. And I have a bottle of like a whole 2-liter bottle of white cranberry juice.
Hey.
So it's literally just like refueling.
Yeah.
So I'll drink juice instead of water because I'm trying to get those carbs back in my system. There are decathletes that lose like 10 pounds during a multi.
That's insane. Actually.
So yeah, one of the guys that just graduated from Air Force, he weighed himself before decathlon and weighed himself after. 7 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so I try to re-carb up, and plus white cranberry juice has a lot of sodium in it, so I'm getting my electrolytes in, and it's really just all about refueling. But they also taste really good.
Sure.
So that's what I do after, and it's something to look forward to, and yeah. What about you? Do you before your hurdles, do you do something specific?
I mean, I used to be
do you get in the blocks a certain way?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, I used to be a super superstitious person.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Anyway.
Like, I used to, like, especially when I pulled my hamstring,
Yeah.
I have, like, KT tape, which probably just a placebo, but whatever. I used to wear KT tape, a hamstring sleeve, and a long sleeve on it.
You were one of those.
Just a single sleeve. And it even had a rip, like, right here from football season.
So it really did nothing.
No, it didn't really do anything at all. But it was just like something I did. Like if I didn't have that on, I was gonna get hurt again, or I was gonna run a bad race, whatever. It was just in my head. I used to do that, but like not wearing the same pair of underwear. Like I never did that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, before, like between the 110 hurdles and the 400 hurdles, I'll always eat an apple or two, just to like replenish what I lost, warming up and everything, and competing. But other than that, like. Really all I do. I mean, like, after, you say?
Yeah.
After every high school meet, at least, this was so bad, but I would go to Sheetz.
Oh, no.
And get, like, the greasiest freaking burger
How many seed oils can we fit into one meal?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I used to do that. So I used to fuel my body with absolute crap right after when you need it most.
Beautiful,
to replenish that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I used to do that. Don't do it anymore, though.
Good.
Maybe once or twice. I'm just kidding. Don't hurt me, Coach.
Cut this part. But Madeline is actually superstitious about, like, super superstitious about, like, especially the high jump. She was telling me and Coach, like, about at the multi during indoors, I need this. And Taylor and I were just like, oh. Like, if she was over there, you're Taylor, right? We're just like, alright, anyway. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. With things that probably like don't do anything, but it's like psychological, right? Every single pole vaulter I know will lather on chalk for no reason. Chalk is if your hands are like super sweaty, and like it helps with your grip, right? Especially on the tape that you put on the pole. It really locks in your grip. But if your grip isn't slipping, you don't need it. And if you already have chalk on your hands, you don't need it. So there, like myself included, I do this. Oh my gosh, I didn't clear that bar. How do I fix it? Put on more chalk. Chalk's gonna fix it. Yeah, it's the reason I didn't clear the bar is because I didn't swing. And, like, I piked incorrectly at the top of the jump. But more chalk will fix it.
Yeah, more chalk.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, I still have chalk on my hands from practice today. And, actually, today I actually needed it, but, like, I probably didn't. But, yeah, that's just a little superstitious thing that every single pole vaulter I know does.
I gotcha.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to click that subscribe button and the little bell icon to get notified every single time we post. We post on Sundays, so look out for it. If you were a little confused as to things we were talking about, we kind of built on things we were talking about last week, so make sure to go watch that last video. And if you didn't watch that last video,
go spike yourself.